I am live. Okay. Gonna work on this cover today. Running a bit late, doing a bunch of stuff. Let's see. So I grabbed Fantastic Four cover. So tonight I figured I'd do Doctor Doom. I'm thinking of doing a complete wraparound. So the concept for this cover, let's see if I can find some blank paper somewhere. Where are my blank papers? Where's my blank paper? All right. So the idea is, I started a little rough sketch, but I erased it. I'm thinking of him. I'm thinking of doing like the Jim Lee X-Men cover, where I have Magneto that's supposed to be here, but in this place it'll be Doctor Doom. Then the other characters are on the back of the cover. So I figured I want to do this part of the cover first, then flip everything over on that part. So that's the idea, right? Hey CR, how you doing tonight? Yeah, running a little bit late. Lots of project to complete. Yeah. And happy Thanksgiving, guys. Happy Thanksgiving in the States there. Well, we'll be at the end of the week, I guess. I might jump on a co-host on Friday, I guess, for Black Friday. A couple people stuff, because I have other stuff to work on. I don't really have any anything to put for sale. So originally I had his heads in this space, but I need to do a complete whiteout, and maybe I should cover that area. So I'm doing like okay, so I'm going to do a Doom cover. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to cover this logo with a white, but I want Doom to be pretty dominant. The cover is a little slick, so that's what's happening right now. So the knee, I draw this like home plate thing. You got all these muscles. So what I'm thinking here is he's doing one of these arm thing, like a fist, because I'm thinking of him doing kind of like his arm. He's using his arm as a shield. So I'm thinking of like this would be some sort of lightning or some power stuff on this side. So you have a glimpse of what's happening here, and that way when you flip the cover over, you're going to see Mr. Fantastic, Ben Grimm, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm on the back. So that's what I want to do with the cover wise anyways. So that's my plan anyway. So to preemptively draw these plate stuff. So his arm would be, I have this night pumpkin. Do ya? Okay. Sorry guys, my little one is it's their bedtime. Okay. So I guess we're going to have to figure out. I know it's hard to. It's really, really. Hopefully, you guys can see. It's kind of hard to see right now because I'm using a red pencil, and the paper is really, really. The paper is really smooth here. So when you are drawing cloth, everything kind of folds towards the center kind of situation. I'm gonna fold his 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna make him do one of these where yeah, I'm doing it wrong. Start with the finger first. putting a little bit of acrylic down. Are you scheduled with your cards you have to make? Yeah. I'm if you're asking about the top stuff, I am supposed to be getting them soon. So if I landed the gig for Topps Star Wars, if that's the one you're talking about, or if you're talking about December 27th is when Spider-Man rendition will be released. So that is, I guess I'm not gonna get in trouble anyway. So Topps, yeah. The Star Wars stuff has been. I am supposed to get that. So yeah. I don't know what it is I'm supposed to be getting, series wise, anyways. Release date, that is another question altogether. But I'm supposed to be doing 40 Topps cards. Exactly what they are, I'm not sure. If I'm gonna get dual cards, single cards, die cut cards. That's really what that is. But for the top stuff for sure. So I'll be doing a series of Star Wars stuff. So actually, that's a good point. I want to do a bunch of tests. So because of the Canada Post up here, the Postal Service is on strike. So I'm just going to do a bunch of streams. I don't want to sell anything right now. I don't want to put up stuff for commissions and stuff like that too. So those are what's happening with the postal strike. So what I'm going to do is I'm doing all the sketch covers. Then I'm going to be doing a series of sketch cards that comes with it, or something like that, combination of those things. Then once the postal strike's over, then I'll put them up for. I'll do a day where I'll just put them up for auction and stuff like that. So that way you guys can get because every time I send anything to the US using UPS, FedEx, and all that stuff, it becomes a little costly, especially if you're paying $100, $150 to $200 for a cover, or if you're paying for a sketch card like I don't know. For example, if you're getting one of my sketch cards, and it's $35, right? The only issue is it costs you almost $15 to mail it, and that's half the value if I was using FedEx or UPS. So I didn't want to do that. So I'm hoping that once the strike's over, it's going to cost you like $5-6 to have it shipped. So that's really what it is through the Postal Service. Okay, so I'll have a series of that. Speaking about the Star Wars stuff, anyways, I'm gonna change one of the streams and I'll start doing a bunch of Star Wars. The reason for it is the top stuff recommends me to do Star Wars where it's like more likeness of the characters than anything else, proper uniforms and stuff. So I have to collect a bunch of reference from StarWars.com. Then I'm gonna do a bunch of tests on different materials, different stuff to see if I can actually do the card properly. Oh, look, it's dried. Perfect. All right, so let me see if I can. I don't want to smudge any of this stuff. So let's see. What's a good Doom? What's a good Doom face, right? Hey, Rad Comics, Corbin, Hideout, how you doing? Luck, hope the day is doing good. Got your pull up while I was studying. Oh, that's cool. All right. So what I'm going to try to do is in this one here is I'm going to try to lay out the mask first because of the acrylic that's here. For example, if I were to use something that I can erase off real quick. If I were to use the acrylic here, once it dries, it's a plastic. So if I throw something like this on it, it doesn't stick. It comes right off. So the alcohol doesn't want to stick. So I'm going to have to use a brush pen. Then I'll probably, and it's a weird cover. So I got a nail polish thing. I'm going to lightly sand it. There we go. That might hold a little bit better because I'm afraid once I put the ink and all that stuff on there, it's going to be really nasty. So we are doing Dr. Doom, right? So his head is right in this area. So I want him looking down at us. So I'll bring his eye a little lower. So we're looking up on him, right? His forehead, cheekbones, and we'll do like Iron Man and kind of eyes on him, I guess. And give some details in this space. Hopefully you guys can see. It's kind of hard to draw on acrylic, on the pencil acrylic, but that's the thing with give him a so this would be a little bit more, this should be a little more flat. Should be something bigger because it's closer to us. Let's see. All right. We'll give some tassel between the Belt. Make up some tech here. Hey, Broman, how you doing tonight? Wait, Doom uses. What do you want to do? No, I gotta figure out what to do with his thumb. All right. Okay. So I got somewhat the posy thing worked out. So we are going to, let's see if we can do this. How do we do this? I have a funny feeling. This is an older, it's not the newest, or it is the newest Fantastic Four. Let's see if I were to, let's see if I were to do the, let me think. It's one of those covers where it's kind of glossy, and I want to see what sticks. So that's the issue. Marvel is very inconsistent with their cover. Sometimes you get the good cover, sometimes you don't. Like, let's see if I can put this in some. Can I do this without it going a little nuts? Just want to refine this mask of his. I'm afraid that this is going to come right off. All right. Problem with the covers is they're always inconsistent. Marvel's killing me, man. I need to talk to the production head. Oh, did I mention I was on a stream with CJ Beyond Wednesday? Anybody who's on the Whatnot stream right now. On YouTube, there's a gentleman called Beyond Wednesday. He does a wonderful stream of about comic books and the comic book community, and he usually goes through like what the best book is, what all right. So there's a whole YouTube community of stuff on there. There's guys like what you call like what's it? Rad Comics, a bunch of other ones too. So they usually do these streams, these live streams. And one night they had Nick, I can't pronounce his last name. He's from Dynamite. And I jumped on and I complained about the paper materials and stuff like that on that one night. And CJ Comic Journey was on that too. And that was pretty fun. Then if you guys don't know, Mark Spear, he is the let me see. If you guys don't know, Mark Spear is the creator of the Monster series. It's a really great book. So get your hand on that, right? So this is one of the covers that I did. And I complained to him about Mark Spear here. He's, look at his artwork here. You got to check this out. I love this. This is all digital. He does this all digital. But hey, it's kind of like his pencil work as if there were shading. It's just phenomenal, right? So he didn't know that his book was $9.99 for a sketch cover. And I showed him the materials and stuff, so he doesn't know a lot about that. So I asked him, for his next run, maybe ask for better quality paper, because this is acrylic ink on it, and it kind of like melted the paper. So yeah, if just check it out. Take a look on YouTube there. Look for Beyond Wednesday. and it's one of the nights. I think it was Saturday night. It was like a couple hours stream. Go near the end, around the 2 hours, 2.5 hours, almost 3 hour mark, and you'll see me in there complaining to Mark Spears, which is kind of nice to actually indicate, because he's an artist himself, and he knows a lot of his stuff is, when we're doing digital. So okay, so let's do this. You have to be careful with the acrylic area. I'm not doing a lot of detail right now. I'm just doing just enough to lay the groundwork, because I'm gonna paint on top of this, I think, as soon as I can get around it. So remember, you can start to turn it. Yeah, I'm gonna color it. So if anybody's yeah, I just need to, the issue is, how am I gonna color this? I'm probably gonna paint in the area. So I'm leaving some space right now before I do any kind of like crazy details and stuff like that. So I want to be able to go in and so you got like a Doctor Doom kind of like mask, right? So a lot of this will be in shadows. in the spaces, but at the same time, so this will be a wraparound, right? So I'm just going to do this side first. So the concept of the wraparound is I was looking at the my Jim Lee X-Men cover where you had Magneto right here doing the hand thing like the claw, and he's got that shield, and you got Cyclops and everybody blasting at him, right? And as you flip the book over on the other side, you can actually see all the other characters. So because this is a Fantastic Four book, everybody loves a villain, right? He's my favorite character to draw is Doctor Doom, and so I want to center him on this. And so I have this idea in my head where he's using his arm as a deflection device. So I think I want rebels and dirt and stuff to be splattered, but it'll be like some sort of shield, force shield here. So I'm probably going to use a lot of the acrylic white or the white of the paper to actually do deflection. So first thing I need to figure out is, that's why I'm doing these lines like this, because I'll deal with the shadow is once I start painting, everything on this side will be dark, or coloring anyways. So everything will be on this shadow portion. Anything here will be light, but again, I just don't want them to be dark. It's just going to be like a darker gray, light silver here. There'll be a lot more silver reflective on the legs and stuff. So I want his knee to be up here. And, he's standing on something anyways, right? So that is the concept, right? So, that's what I'm doing with my sketch covers. Ugh. I always have to come up with something that's a little more complicated than I need it to be. That needs to, where's my, where is my, I'm sorry guys, give me a second. French curves. Where's his arm? Okay, so his arm's right there. I want to give it, need something a little more narrow. Sorry guys. That's really, really small. That's too small. 17.5 millimeter. I think this is, I go with something a little bit bigger and a little narrower. Do that. The things we do, huh? So I gotta remember to use these again. Yeah, they're gonna uh, yeah. It's a lot of the coloring itself will be the blue green and stuff like that. Will especially the orange background. Well, it's really what they is when you guys are doing this, you guys got to remember there's a lot of complementary colors, right? So the green and the red will probably work really well if you were to like the main green of the character. So if you're looking at, so the key color here is I got the green, maybe some violets on the back, right? But the complementary will be red, right? But the tertiaries and stuff like that would be the yellows, the warms yellow here, yellow violets, right? So yeah, when your color wheels always helps at the end of the day. It's this part here where the detail comes in. So I need to wreck my pen tip already. How much of the ink this way, right? I pushed. I end up pushing the nib in too far because sometimes I forget that I can actually go lightly on these things, and it cause. Sorry, guys. I keep forgetting that you guys are in the chat there. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Fantastic Four movie. Anybody seen the trailers yet? I haven't seen the trailer. I know I saw some. I think they released a couple photos. I gotta look it up. Shoot, yeah, that's on IMDb. I forgot about the movie. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm hoping. I think what's his name? Pascal is in it, right? Um, Pedro Pascal from The Last of Us or something like that. Oh, that reminds me, man. Hopefully that season 2 is coming back. So I just want to. Here, let me do this. I want to keep the page up a little higher, and my palette thing is eating up the space. There you go. So you guys can see a little bit more. Yeah, I have to look at the movie posters of the new Fantastic Four. Right.
Can you hear me? Do you come here? Am I coming through clearly? Baby, come near me. There's no way the voice is cutting through this crowd. My vibration is not the time and place for conversation. Another method of communication. It's time to use that body and shut your mouth.
I'm not really know what I'm doing. I'm just making it up. So if you guys want to know, there's no design space or something like that. Just doing patterns. So That's my rough right now, as you can see. Just need to get rid of some of these pencil lines. What I'm doing is I'm rolling over the paper with my knee eraser. So you can get them like in these packs, right? Like that. And after a while, they become like dry and brittle and fall apart. So this one seems to be, I think this is by, I'm trying to remember the company, but it's always the best one. I've been buying these cheap ones, and they kind of become this crappy clay thing. The reason I roll over it is sometimes the ink isn't completely dry, and if you start to rub, you kind of smear things around. But if you roll over it, it's actually a better process. And you press down on it, and it picks it up. See? So, hey, Callie, how you doing? So there you go, guys. That's what it looks like. All right, so it'll be a complete wraparound. So we're gonna do some funky lighting stuff here, and do I? Let's see. So I got. I'm afraid the Copic marker might not land very well on the paper here. That's the issue. I'm gonna give it a test. So the cover is always inconsistent. There's a the cover itself is very thick, which is good, but the paper has some sort of gloss on it, and I'm not thrilled with it. Let's try something, okay? So, worst case scenario is I paint over it. Okay, so I'm going to do some grays, right? So I'm going to do some shadows first. So, let's do some, let's see. Oh, Callie's in the comment there, guys. Let's do some, we're going to do some shadows. So we're going to use some cool shadows in the arms and stuff. So the cool shadows themselves. So I got a bucket of gray next to me right now. So the cool, it's got like a hint of blue in it. That's what you're looking for. Blue gray. That's like a blue gray. This is a cool gray. Let's see paper. That's really blue. That's a little darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do because his arm's going to be like metal, right? So it's going to be like Colossus steel, right? So for the Colossus metal piece, do I have the cover somewhere? Or do I have the cover? So you are simulating metal. So you are simulating metal. So it's a lot of gray, right? You get as gray as you can on the area. Then you bring out the white, and everything kind of pops afterwards, right? So it's just gray and blue. That's how you do the metal part of the piece. Okay. So if anybody drawing, so that's how you. That's the secret, right? Of doing like chrome and stuff like that is you go a lot of blues, but you also have to consider like well, the main blue and everything else is so is this is so I'm going with the lightest tone. So the idea is so lightning's gonna come. He's gonna use his arms as a shield, right? So like anything. So we're looking at. So I'm doing these. So metal has this section where it's kind of like you're it's like it's picking up the reflection off of whatever the surface is, and it's always near the bottom. Sometimes it's the top too, but the top usually goes lighter, right? So you kind of that's the same thing for the calf muscle. So the calf muscles here is there's this big piece of muscle that's here, and here it's more of a split because you're kind of seeing the top. Then right, so the dark surface is at the bottom and everything else. So that's the same thing for. See this area here, if I do this, like the marker kind of doesn't want to stay. This has a goal to it, right? But I'm not going to apply the blue on here yet. I'm going to do a light yellow tone. And for a light yellow tone, let's see. Yeah, light yellow tone. 163. 163. Actually, I can paint a lot of that in actually myself. So we'll go do with the metal. So reflective surface is I'm looking for my color guide. Here we go. Nope, wrong one. I know it doesn't, it looks very muddy right now, but it'll come through. I'm just prepping stuff right now. I'm trying to figure out what's a good green to lay. So I'm just doing a quick layout. Let me switch music because it's driving me nuts. There. It's a lot quieter right now. Okay, so get any green out of that one. So this is more of a blanket cover. You have to remember that if he's chrome, he's going to pick up the color. Okay, we get darker. We are going to go with 167. That should be a darker green. I'm starting to form the texture for the Sorry, guys. Sucky part of all this is it's a slow process. And I gotta do Any plans for Thanksgiving there, CJ there? CR, sorry. Just thanks. Football games, that kind of stuff. Or is there a football game? Yeah, there's a football game. Oh, it's always I'm gonna apply some colors and stuff like that afterwards, but let's get this guy going. Whoo! Okay. Starting to look like my only issue is up here. I want to be able to do darker tones. The acrylic's not I bet you it's not gonna hold. Come on. Right there. Perfect. I want to rip the Those colors. Hey, K-pop, how you doing? I'm trying to recapture the before. What I do is this. This is really muddy right now. But trust me, I have my my madness somehow. It's with the rendering, right? It's about trying to get the I need to replenish these markers. I'm gonna sit down and do some of that. Yeah, it's the just trying to get the one I like is always anything with a brush tip, but it's not always like I bought these other one here. Let me show you. I bought these type. The problem with this type is the brush is really, really soft. You can actually mess it up really good. Let me find out which color did I use. I really messed up the tip. Almost busted it because it was so soft. Yeah, just gotta, yeah. Don't know what I did with it, but I'll find it. I'm not worried that I'm going outside the line because a lot of it is I'm gonna. Well, you have to remember that I put a little bit of green in the chrome because he's wearing green, so that should automatically reflect on the surface. Yeah, the yellow is running out. Then anything with and you can do like a little bit of yellow here and there because those are ambient. So that gives it more of as if you had some piece of his shirt, his chrome, his whatever it is that's going to reflect off of it, right? But 24, more of an orange. Don't worry about if it's bleeding outside of place and stuff. That's what I do afterward is I'm going to go over with a brush pen, right? The brush pen, I'll use the fat lines, thin lines to clean up around the edges and stuff. So that's my little technique of how to get the what do you call it? The character to pop, right? So ideally, so it's going to be a complete wraparound. So I'm just working on this side for now, just to show you what I'm going to do. So he's using his arm as a deflection. So whatever color of lightning bolt stuff, I'm probably going to end up painting a lot of it in place, right? So right now, so let me show you. Okay, so I just got the basic, the color flow, because the rest will come in. So now this is where the fun part came in, right? So to cover up some of the logo area here, I just use acrylic paint. But I went to the dollar store, and they sell these craft markers that you can actually see, right? Hey Naman, how you doing? So they sell these craft markers. They got these wide tip stuff. You're not worried because right now all you do is just put a little bit of white on that area, let it dry a little bit. Then because when you're inking, I like using archival ink. I got packs of it, so that's what I got. Right. I like using the brush because the brush is my my go-to. Right. So if you can't get a hold of that. The best ink material I found is if you go out and you get carbon black, Liquitex. Instead of actually using ink, I use acrylic ink, right? And it's really good because all you have to do is just get yourself a really good, nope, wrong tip. Get yourself some really good brush, right? Something that's a little longer. Let me see. It's a good tip for anybody. So if you're going to ink, look for brushes with a fine tip and something that's a little longer. The reason for you wanting something a little longer is it holds a lot more ink in here. So when you drag it, the ink actually slowly seeps out, right? If you get a short brush, there's not a lot of ink being held. Okay, so that's what I've learned over the years. I have longer ones. I just haven't. I have more brushes and stuff. So that's one tip, right? Acrylic ink is it dries really quickly and it doesn't smudge because it's plastic. It dries as a plastic right after. So it's really good. Like it's like literally if you want, you can just go out and grab like a Posca acrylic, right? I think they sell them in a brush format too. But anyways, let me see. Okay. So what I did was what you're seeing is very muddy, right? So it's kind of muddy, and you would go in with like a good brush pen, and you would just you're gonna bring the black back. That's really what this is. Right. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna rotate it. I know it's upside down, but because so I like the nib to be a lot of ink right now. So there's a lot of ink in this. So if I go quiet, sorry guys, it's me concentrating. I'll do more shadows afterwards, but right now I just want to. So it's so I'm actually holding the brush like almost like 90 degrees right above the paper. Sorry, guys. Scared me there for a bit. I'm doing these little fine hatching, so it looks like it's crease. And let me see. Can you guys see? Let's see. There we go. Something like that. So you can actually see around the area. Hopefully it's focus. Does it focus? There we go. Hey, Cranberry. Hey, P Monkey. Tom Thumb, how you guys doing? All right. So I'm just, so you can see it's very muddy, and what I did was I just used a Micron just to do the outline, right? And after that, I'm just going to go in with the brush pen, and I'm just going to do all the necessary detail, the texturing. That will give a little bit more depth. Once that's done, I'm probably going to do an acrylic wash to unify everything. So ideally, this is he's using his arm as a deflection, right? So the Fantastic Four guys will be in the back here. So when I flip this over and rip off this plastic stuff, I'll start drawing on the other side, right? I just want to, like, for tonight anyways, I'm just going to do this side just to show you guys how what my thinking process for something like this would be, right? And I'll paint a lot of this over again. It's not done because there's a lot of like extra stuff. For example, if I want to come in here and make this a little shine, I would use a little bit of acrylic. So for example, if I just go in and do something like this, if you put a little bit of white and you kind of use your finger to smear it, it becomes like this softer, glowy. So if I do these little dots of, see, like that, right? But I'm going to paint over that all together, but that's an example of that. And if you want, like, for example, the edge to be, so you get yourself a finer tip edge and you just trace your line just above it, like that, right? And it gives it a little bit more detail, right? Especially this arm here. So I'm going to go in later, and I'm going to do, like, for example, I wanted his arm to be like a metallic, like Colossus, right? So it'll be like something like this. So you have to remember, you have to follow the contour of the, as if there's muscle pieces, right? So something like that, right? Then if you want to be the lighter line, what you do is you go with a whiter and you pick an edge, right? So you just go right next to it. You don't cover it. You kind of go right next to it, right? Acrylic's one of those things you just go over if you want more. So now you have that little gap. So it's a really neat effect, right? So now you have that gap of, see that, right? So it does gives you that little bit more of, you know, that's the technique, right? So it's all about observing how metal and objects and stuff reflective, right, around the area. Like I'll do that for the eyes area and stuff like that. So right now it's very muddy looking, and I'll texture a lot of this in. I'm going to darken this area here with some darker paint, so everything kind of looks like, because ideally he's going to come from here, right? Yeah, so that's the idea. Well, we'll get back to this a little bit more. Right, so because this is supposed to be, so we got to remember we're doing a curve, right? So I'm going to remember we're just rendering, right? We're just doing some render. Do. I'll get more of these later. I'm just trying to figure out right now in my brain. I'm like, hey, how am I going to do this lightning thing? Right? I'm like, okay, so what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So I'm letting more, I'm squeezing the tip to get more ink into the tip of the, so you can actually see it in the well on this brush, right? And I'm Too much ink now. Probably gonna have to bring that back a little bit with a little bit of a green or something on that edge there for that part. Messed up a little bit there on that section. For me anyways, that's how I saw it. Steady hand, steady hand. Guess you guys are gonna be off for Thanksgiving. Hey, I'm thinking of jumping into doing a Whatnot Black Friday thing with, I believe, CJ. CJ is selling some comics or something like that. So I might jump in with his stream there to help him out a little bit for that. I'll do a co-hosting with him or something. Right? So can you guys see? Oh, here, let me move that out of the way. There, it's a little bit. Right. So yeah, ideally, a lot of this will come in, and we're probably going to start doing like a lot darker. So it'll be a lot like a lot darker in this area here, just to form the character out. But the acrylic, I'm gonna probably have to go over with the acrylic more for that area and tone down, give him more of a green look. I think a lot of the metal and a lot of the stuff, most of it's more green because of the his color uniform. And I'll probably darken a lot of this more when when I do a final coat of paint on top, so it'll be like a wash or something like that, or maybe bring some of the stuff out a little bit more. Right? We'll see how much trouble I can get into first for a lot of that. Right? So yeah, the inking process is, see how I'm just filling out so the line's a little more defined and stuff like that. I won't go through all of it right now. What time is it? Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. So it's almost time for me to end my stream, guys. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more, probably Friday morning or something like that. Then I believe CJ is doing a show, and he asked me if I want to jump in or something like that. Maybe we'll jump in and do a stream together or something. But yeah, so the idea here is for to give character more depth, right? So what you're seeing is, so you want to do something like that, right? So things get darker, then especially down here in his leg portion. Like that. And I'll do a little bit more of blue. And I have a lot of this, there we go. A lot of this. Yeah, the reflective will come off some of that for a little bit more, right? So, yeah. All right. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Should I go on? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank everybody on Whatnot. I'm going to continue on this on the YouTube channel there. Okay. So if you guys want, just hit me up on, I think my link information's on there if you guys want to see the rest. I'm just going to start continuing working, but I'm going to cancel the Whatnot stream first. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me on Whatnot there. Have a good night. End show. There. All right. Let me see. All right, I'm still going to keep going, so I don't have to worry about concentrating on the Whatnot stuff. Okay. It's a little detail I think that we need to do. I could break out the color pencil, do a little bit more of texturing around the edges, but I think I can achieve that using paint, right? So let's see. A lot of it is do, do. Hey, Marty. I don't know why I always do this, man. I always get myself into these little, end up creating stuff that I shouldn't be. Do, do, do. Trying to get a lot of this in. Dun, 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 dun. I'm hoping I'm not going to get a copyright strike for this stuff. All right, we need to figure out, like, what do we color and back in the background for, right? Do I do a lot of yellow? Do I do a lot of blue? Do I do a lot of, you know, It's going to be like an arc like this. All right. Let me put some of these away first. I need to darken these area first. Let's darken these area first, right? Do some markers. Then we'll bring it back, right? So we'll darken some of these areas.
Es folgt ein wichtiger Sicherheitshinweis zur Nutzung von öffentlichen Nahverkehrsmitteln. Also, wenn die rein wollen, die raus wollen, nicht rauslassen, können die raus wollen, die rein wollen, nicht reinlassen. Versteht ihr? Versteht ihr? Ganz einfach.
I think that's German techno I got running in the background there or something. Hey, Jaguar, how you doing? Thank you. It's not done. It's coming along. It has a lot of work left. What you're seeing is me slowly bringing the character to life, I guess. So anybody joining the stream, it's just I'm doing these. It looks very muddy right now, but once I start doing the inking and the coloring and stuff, so the idea is I'm going to use this his arm as a deflection. So I guess Sue Storm or somebody's shooting stuff at him, so he's going to be deflecting stuff. That's the idea for it. Right now, I'm trying to clean up the line a little bit, darken a little bit, because the white I'm going to do afterwards with Posca markers, and I'll drop the markers, which call it, to bring out some of the accents and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just doing, I'm just cleaning up the lines, so there's a separation. So to simulate chrome is you use a lot of dark colors to start off with. So I want to give them a there we go. It's amazing what you can do with some dark lines in certain areas. Just simulate some circuits or something that's in there, exposed or something. I don't know why you would expose something on your calves, but hey, I don't have a rhyme or reason. Okay. All right, let's pick some other stuff. What are these? What is TMC? Free music for Twitch streaming and gaming. Copyright free. There you go. That's what I'm looking at. headache, huh? Starting to look like his leg and stuff. Whoa. Forgot to set the timer. So what happens is after about 30, 40 minutes, if you sit and you draw, I find that my eyes lock focus at this distance. So this is from my head to the paper. So every time I look up, now everything's all like my eyes are. So I bought this timer thing here where I'm supposed to set a timer for it. It's gravity fed, so I can set myself, like if I do it like this will be 5 minutes. That's 60 minutes. That's 30 minutes. That's 10 minutes kind of thing, right? So keep forgetting to set the timer. This is a good exercise. There we go. So I can actually set a 10-minute timer. So there's a counter on the, it's hard to see, but you can see. So if I put this up, that's kind of like pause. If I turn this upside down, it resets. See, now it's at 10 again. So you can actually use 10. So once I lay it like this, it starts to count down. So 10 minutes, right? It's a little neat. It's about 13, 14 bucks. Well, in American, it would be like $10 American or something like that. It's about $14, $15 Canadian on Amazon, Canada's website there, right? I bought this about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago or something. Very, very handy. So just, remind yourself to do those kind of things, is get up and walk around and, right? So you want to make sure that hey, Jay, you want to jump in? I could use somebody to talk to. I wonder how this works. Okay, so StreamYard is, you're welcome to jump in and draw with me. I'm just working on a cover, just for the heck of it. Fantastic Fortnite. Let's see, how does this work? How do I copy? Where does it say to add somebody? Settings, present, invite. There we go. And copy. Okay. Anybody want to join? You're welcome to join. I think that's how it works. There you go. Haha. I'm trying to do next step kind of thing. So I'm trying to do some chrome. Then I'm gonna paint this somehow and bring in the acrylic and bring out some highlights and darken some of the areas and stuff like that. So that's really what I am just drawing tonight, guys. Anybody want to jump in? You're welcome to jump in. I'm just trying out StreamYard. Well, I've tried it out before, but this is trying to get the brush as dry as I can. There we go. Then I'll bring everything back. Trying to get my brush is starting to dry, so it's starting to fray a little bit at the tip here. But the fraying adds this really gorgeous, like scratchy texture looking. There we go.
Guarantees a thin line in between. Colder than ice when you're next to me. First time we met, I knew I had to make you mine. Couldn't see all the warnings, cause you look so fine. When I look into your eyes, my heartbeat stops. Live a beautiful life, there's no love. I don't need you. Just cause it's not true, but you're going to my head of that. Yeah, I don't need you. Always gonna be you. Now we've got you now. So hard to find. Feeling left on shivery. One of a kind. Drowning in your misery. I should let it be. Let go and set it free. Love is rare, but yours is killing
Okay. I need to. I'm probably going to end up going back over this with some ink again just to make it darker because, see, 10 minutes up. Right. That means that I usually should take a break. But I'm going to see. Let's do a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of paint down. And originally I was going to do a, for the Fantastic Four cover, my intent was to, I was going to do the actual, my version of the original Fantastic Four issue #1 that I think Jack Kirby did, where there was that monster that was coming out of the sewer. Mr. Fantastic at the bottom here. I think he was holding on to Sue Storm or something like that in the torch. But I was going to actually spread this out on the book where the original intent was have the monster, crossing over and the thing really big and, so it'd be like a cover spread, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out right here on this side anyways. I'll take the corner down a little bit. So I'm thinking of painting because Doom here is supposed to be deflecting stuff, right? So I want lightning and stuff like that. So I need to darken the background a little. But instead of darken the background, why don't I do some, where's my color? Where's my color? What are we doing? Let's see. We're going to paint the background. Oh. Airbrush is stuck again. So we'll be using that not until after the show. Okay. So how do we do this? I don't want to paint all of it though. If I paint just a section, then I have to match the paint again on this side. You know what? Let's do this. All right. I need to make room. Is that the center? Is that the center? That is the center. Oops, sorry, guys. Let me see. What year is this book? Oh, is this on Alex Ross? No, it's not an Alex Ross. Look it go. Joe Quesada. What year is this book? Here we go. 2018? Yeah, October 1st, 2018. Okay. So anybody, you guys want to know the Fantastic Four 2018 sketch cover? The front has this soft, it feels like a satin finish. So I took a little bit of sandpaper thing to it just to flatten it out so I can actually get the here we go. All right, where's my other backboard? Okay. All right. So, oops. There we go. It couldn't focus on the cover. Okay. So we are looking at some sort of maybe something that would deflect off of here. So I want, maybe lightning or something like that, right? Okay. So elements of stuff. You have to have like floating particles to make it look cool, right? So that way things with, float up front. So you got rocks and use these jagged rocks. Something like that, right? So that's the intent. So we want to do what? Do I do shoe storm? Shooting light bolts at us. I'll get her to. Get her maybe to do something with the dome. Ben Grimm has a big his head's right here, but I need to do something with Reed and clobbering time. Give him his I think he's gonna have to do, if he's blocking, he's gonna have to, so it'll be the back of his hand, his palm would be facing up, and I want him to right, it'll be pinky finger first. Damn it, I need to bring down the mirror. Sorry guys, let me see if I can get focus. There we go. Okay, so it will be it's gonna be higher. You know what? I don't need to raise his arm because there's going to be blasting here. Just roughing how he's going to lay right here.
into the blue. May change, but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful, but then I fall.
Didn't make enough room for what's his name there. Maybe I'll just do him as so he's like this.
Seasons turning changes when your mind, like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly grows. With each new one starting.
Maybe I'll do the both hands instead of just the one hand. Maybe the ray's got to be more here. Okay, so Ben Grimm head needs to totally be at a different location.
Each time of year, every memory, like an ever fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing. This season, the one
Something like that. Yeah. So it's more of his arms here. Then I'm gonna have to do like oh, this is flame work. think he's got 3 fingers. I forget. Shoot. All right. Vector, how you doing, buddy? I'm trying to figure out the rest of the layout, right? So I'm doing the very Jim Lee-ish X-Men cover, where I got instead of Magneto, it's really Dr. Doom here, right? And back here will be Grimm, Ben Grimm here, the Thing, the Torch, right? Johnny Storm. I want to bring her up a little bit more, so make her bigger. So I'm gonna retweak this pose, but I kind of like Mr. Fantastic. So his arms coming up this way, and you know he's shooting flames and this thing, and he's just blocking it, right? So that's the idea for it. So I kind of did this earlier, a couple hours ago, around 8 o'clock till 10, I think, or 11. Yeah, 10 o'clock around there for a couple hours, just to quickly render the show how this look. It's not done though, of course. I want to start maybe inking some of this. Then I was hoping to get everything done where I would use a ink wash, an acrylic ink wash, to do a lot of the yellows, a lot of flames, and maybe darken the edge a little bit, vignette it, and have stones and other things floating around, right? Yeah. So right now I'm just working on, you know, I want to show like half of Ben here, Ben Grimm's face poking through. And this would be, I guess I'm going to be painting these in acrylic, the flames and stuff, just to cause. And afterward, I'm going to do splatter effects and draw some particles around him so it looks 3D, so it's like he's surrounding or something like that. Anyways, that's the plan. That is the plan, right? Plans. So yeah. So I'm just refining the look and feel. I'm not. I got him like with his mouth open, going. Ah. I don't know if I want to, or should I? Like it's. I think it'd be better if I have it. Ben always looks better when if he's not screaming or something. I think it's better if he's just grimacing. Just even just give him the. I forget what he saw. Does he actually have eyes? Ha! Oh, sorry, guys. Focus. There we go. Let's see if I can show you what it looks like right now. So that's, you know, I'm not done. I'm gonna do some more other stuff in there, but right now it's just the layout is I have I don't like this paper. Paper is like it's so it's slippery. Her hips are all wrong.
Memories crashing into me, so close to the edge. Something so worthy. You have the world, but I can feel it's almost as all will ever be. Left me in this mess I'm falling. Can't find a reason why. Can't find a reason why. Can't find a reason. Legends never die. When the world is calling you, they're screaming out your name. Legends never die. You'll blaze up, reaching brightness, relentless, you survive. You never lose hope when everything is cold and the fighting's big. Sleep in their boats, they're riding to smoke when the fire is big. No, surprise. Legends never die. Stars connected on the line. When everything's lost, they pick up their hearts and it's place to beat.
Yeah. Oh, way past. All right. I gotta get up early tomorrow. Thanks everybody for joining in. But here you go. You can actually see this is what I got. So this is mostly my pencil, trying to work out the detail. I'll post this on Instagram when you guys get to see it. So that's the layout right now. So that's the idea for this whole cover piece. So flames, Jim Lee, very special kind of event. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching in. I'll probably run another stream maybe on Friday, and I'll start inking this and do some more of that stuff, right? So yeah. Thanks, Jay. Yeah. Next time you're welcome to jump in, buddy. I could use somebody to talk to and draw besides just trying to talk to myself here. Have a great night, guys. I'll do something on Friday and I'll try to get more detail in, but you can see the concepts there, right? So have a good one, guys. All right. How do we do this? Leave studio? No. End stream. There we go. And end stream.